Hello everyone, Kaigon John here, and I am back with another Chainsaw Man episode review. So, this time we're talking about episode 2. I'm recording this, the same time as the other one, so back to back, whatever. Because only 2 episodes are out, so once these get uploaded, everything will be on time again. So, yeah. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to discuss episode 2. And I believe episode 2 adapts from chapter 2 because it takes place immediately after Makima sort of comes to the rescue for Denji, all the way until Power shows up in the mix. I believe which is chapter 5 or 6, because they defeat that devil in the streets, and then I don't think at the end, I don't think they get yelled at for it. But oh yeah, okay, because I got the episode up, I'm looking at it. So they defeat the devil. Power defeats the devil, one shots it with the hammer, like Amy, and it cuts to the credits. So basically, I believe that is like somewhere around chapter 5, and then I think at the start of chapter 6 is when Makima or Aki, I can't remember who, but they basically roast the shit out of them because they did it the wrong way, and Power's too crazy and reckless or whatever. So chapters 2 to, we'll just say chapters 2 to 5 they adapt, and I think they pretty much hit everything. There is a fight. I believe it's the Muscle Devil, which was in chapter 2. They did cut that out, which, I mean, it's not much of anything. No, it's while Denji, because in this, Denji passes out and then he wakes up and then eats his food, which is soggy. Which I think is the change, because if I remember correctly, in the manga, he wanders off or something, and he meets this girl, and she's like, "Oh, you need to help me. There's a devil," and she tricks him, and then he has to fight the Muscle Devil, and then he comes back, and then his food's soggy. That's why. And I believe they did change it for that. For whatever reason. I mean, probably to sort of fix the pacing a little bit. I guess to speed it up, because they would have to animate a whole other fight, and the fight is short and kind of pointless. So they just kind of cut that out. Well, I mean, which is fine. They said they're gonna try to keep it as faithful as possible, and I think they're doing a good job of that. Cutting out a little thing like that is totally fine, honestly. I don't mind. I'm sure some people are going to be mad because it's not like 100%, an adaptation, but sometimes you have to change it. You have to change what you're adapting in order to make it a more cohesive experience week to week, and, because these episodes are, I feel like they last longer than usual anime episodes. Maybe I'm wrong, but you have to make it cohesive, so I don't mind that. Besides that, I think everything is pretty much the same. Goes to the city with Makima. She introduces him to Aki. They're on the same team, and Aki and Denji are talking, about Makima and all kinds of other stuff. Aki beats his ass, basically, and then Denji keeps hitting him in the nuts till he, basically fucking passes out. Which is great. I'm glad that's one of the scenes I'm really glad they included. Another scene I'm glad they included is when they kill the first fiend, the weird crab guy, and he kills him with the axe to save the ecchi mags, the gravier mags, because a man's got to do what a man's got to do. So he never had no edgy mags before. Those were too expensive. And he saw the opportunity and he had to take it. Now, the funny thing is, he basically lies to Aki. At least this is my interpretation of it. Because he lies to Aki and tells him, like, oh, if there's a chance that they could be good and we'll be friends, like, I'll try to keep their death painless, and I don't mind being friends with a fiend, which is foreshadowing. I mean, not so much in the same episode when Power shows up, but like in the manga, it's a little bit of foreshadow. But anyway, he basically lies to Aki there. I don't know if he probably does care about that, but that's probably just something he said as a more real answer than I want to jerk off to these magazines and I want to touch some titties. So I'm glad they kept that in, because I mean, I think everyone can relate to that, honestly. Unless you just don't like titties at all, then I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad they kept that in. That was great. And then they kept in that little montage of like when Denji basically enters civilized like living, because all we know of his life before was just him living in that shack with like nothing in it, and now he's at Aki's house and there's hot water, there's food, there's a bed, toilet. So there's that montage of him sort of being goofy with all that stuff, which is pretty funny to see. But also kind of it's pretty sad, because it's like, damn, he's never had anything. Which is why it's so great to see him get some dubs. He really deserves it. And then Power's debut, I think, is actually better in this than it is in the manga, because first of all, you have the music that comes on, which is like this fucking whimsical, like Banjo-Kazooie music, and it totally fits Power 100%. It's great music for her. It's awesome. I love it. And then you have the great Pharaoh's Eye, who also voices Jolene in JoJo Part 6. She's voicing Power, and I think she does a really good job. At least from what I've heard so far, but she does a good job. She's a good voice actress. Same with Denji as well. I really like Denji's voice. I think it fits really well. I gotta hear more of everyone else to sort of get a better opinion, but so far Denji and Power are really good. I love Power's voice actors. She's awesome, and she loves the characters that she plays. So it's great to see that love being put in, in the show as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the episode. It starts where episode 1 ended, and you get to meet all these new characters. We're in the city now. You meet Aki. He's kind of a dickhead, but he has a reason for it. And then you get their sort of living situation out of the way, and then you get to meet Power, and then they fight a devil, and it basically ends right there. So I know I'm summarizing it like pretty quickly. I'm not really here to fully summarize like I said, but I just kind of want to go over like stuff that I really liked, and stuff like that. These are just my thoughts on the anime, like I said. But so far it's really good. It's popping off. I love to see it. So hopefully everyone's watching it. I'm trying to get everyone I know to watch it. Hell, I'm trying to get everyone I know to read it, because it's so damn good. But yeah. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you're watching it. I'm curious to see how many people are watching it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about for episode 2. I can't wait for episode 3 because we're gonna get some crazy stuff. Episode 3. These next few episodes I'm actually hyped for. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that nonsense, and I'll see you guys in the next Chainsaw Man review.